Hello everyone, and yeah, why are you here? Hi, this is episode 10, I think this is episode 10 of the host and Fata Morgana. Okay, so, in case you haven't watched the last episode, like, I kinda cried a lot, and, I was a little upset, and I made myself some brownies in the meantime, and I ate them with cold milk. It was pretty good. I enjoyed myself. And now I've calmed down a little bit. And I am good to go for the next episode. By the way, if you haven't watched the last episode and only clicked on this one, it's probably because you're very interested what happens in the fourth door. And if you skipped the third door because you thought it isn't as quote-unquote good as the fourth one, then I am shitting myself. The fourth door, will probably be good, right? Ryan, I know there will be no happy ending waiting for me there, but like, I can cope with the fact that maybe I can handle whatever the fuck the plot will be in the next door, okay? Maybe I will handle. Deep breaths, everyone. I think we are close to the end of this game, but I can't say for certain. I don't know how many doors exactly are waiting for us. I'm actually very excited to see what the plot of the next door will be. And maybe we'll get finally more lore, because every time we finish a door, or we finish a storyline, right, we get more lore about the mate and us, as the protagonist, as the master of this house. So I wonder if now we're also going to get more lore. If so, I'm very, very interested. I can't wait. Before we start, yet again, as with every episode, I will check my recording. Okay. We're good on that. Please, hold my hand like the maid holds the master's hand, because I need support. Okay, deep breaths. I'm so good, guys. I'm so good. Anyway, episode 10, guys. Let's go. The door before you slowly drew shut. You could no longer hear the raucous sound of the men from within the den. The faint scent of cigarette smoke, however, lingered in the air. Staring vaguely at the closed door, you noticed something was amiss. The mate who had been holding your hand was no longer at your side. Where the fuck did the mate go? What? But I need someone to hold my hand right now. What the fuck do you mean she's gone? There's no one to hold my hand. Guys, I'm sweating. Okay, we're good. You glanced around, but she was nowhere in sight. Dude, that makes me actually very afraid right now. Down the corridor stretched only darkness. Not having anticipated this, you were unsure how to react. What's the matter? I'm actually having goosebumps. Who the fuck is this? You lost? Or you're just trying to take in the sights? Are you lost, baby girl? A voice called out to you, but it was not the mate's voice. Caught off guard, you spun around, confused, in search of the source. Were you looking? Where are you looking? I'm over here, yeah. There you go. Little more to the left. Following the voice's instructions, you found yourself facing a wall. Okay. You look like you've just seen a ghost. Wasn't this the space where the painting was before? I think it was. Oh my god, the piano in the background. Oh, it's lovely. Hey now, come on, don't turn away. Yep, you got it. I'm the one talking to you. The voice was coming from within the painting. When you had passed by this wall on your way to the third door, a magnificent landscape painting had been hanging there. I'm kind of upset that I didn't look at it more, because it was shown for like two seconds or something. But now the canvas was a deep shade of black, as if it had been dipped into a vat of ink. Been a while since I've talked to anyone. The man in the painting. Okay, so tell me, you can hear me alright, can't you? Splendid. Been so long since I've had a conversation, I was afraid I might have forgotten how to talk. So tell me, who might you be? You don't know? Well, isn't that quite a pickle? Yeah. Then how about we have a little chat, eh? You got yourself turned around and unsure where to go, yeah? Well, I'll be happy to tell you anything I can, just ask away. The man in the painting. What the fuck? Let me write this down. Actually, I don't need to, I think I can remember that. The painting sounded rather high-spirited. Yeah, I'm sure the man in the painting is probably bored as fuck. I'll be happy to tell you anything, okay? Perhaps he was simply excited to have the opportunity to speak with someone. So you decided you would ask the painting a few questions. Oh shit. Who are you? Who am I? What is this place? Who is the maid? Those are all such good questions. Let me say. I really want to know who the fuck the maid is. Yeah. I feel like who is the maid is the most important, or I think the best question to ask here. Because this person doesn't know who I am. So why should I ask who am I? Who are you would be also very interesting. Maybe the painting, the man in the painting themselves doesn't even know. What is this place? It's the mansion. We already quite know a lot about this mansion, actually. So what I would like to ask is, who are you and who is the maid? I think those are the most, like, questions I'm curious about. But I don't know what the fuck to ask first. So I feel like who's the maid is the more interesting route here. Who is the maid? Might as well ask her that directly. Yeah, well, she isn't here. But she won't say till you've regained your old self. I see. Well, in that case, if you want to know, you know what you gotta do. It's entirely up to you whether you make an ally or an enemy out of her. Don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say that! I don't want her to be my enemy. There's no guarantee she's even right in the head. You never know. Maybe you're not the only one who hasn't found themselves. What the fuck do you mean by that? Who are you then? Huh? Me, well, as you can see, I'm a painting. Why did I end up as a painting? Huh, hard to say. Maybe I was reborn as a painting because I used to really like art. Though there are things I painted that I wish I hadn't. Maybe that regret's what turned me into this. Hopefully I get the chance to apologize to him about that. To him? To him? Why did I end up as a painting? Huh. I get the chance to apologize to him. Who is him? Anywho, no point in getting into any more detail than that. Wouldn't mean anything to you, so enough about me. Alright, you don't know anything about yourself. A shame, Dan. Alright then, a favor for you, since you can't tell me about yourself. If you run into him, could you tell him, I really regret what I did? Okay, that I'm writing down. Man in the painting and has regrets. Wants to apologize to someone. Who is him? Who's him? I know I should tell him myself, but well, as you can see, I'm stuck here, can't move an inch, so I've gotta ask for help. I feel absolutely terrible about painting that picture. I feel terrible about painting that picture. Is this the white-haired father? Is this the father of the white-haired girl? He was a painter. Man in the painting, apologize to him about a painting. I think this might be the white-haired girl's father. During the flaxen-haired family's time. I think so, right? I don't know. I can only speculate. I know, yeah, the deadline's way past on that one, but that's what makes it regret, yeah? Because you can't take it back. I know, yeah, the deadline's way past on that one. The deadline's way past on the apology? By the time I had realized it was too late, he was already dead. He's long since passed away. Huh? How are you supposed to give a dead fellow a message? Well, for all you know, the dead could be wandering these halls too. Don't say that! So please, if you come across him, tell him I said that. That I didn't mean any harm with that painting. Or maybe you are him. Maybe you are him. Who am I? That is the perfect question to follow this up, by the way. Just cause you don't know who you are doesn't mean you can go around asking other people. I'm not a person, you say. Well, no, you're right, but I'm not gonna know anything about you that you can't tell me yourself. I mean, from where I'm standing, you look almost like a walking cloud of shadow. I can't even tell you what you look like. The maid who was with you before, did she call you master? I see, but the question is, which era's master are you? How many doors have you been through? 3 doors, eh? And of these, did any of them bring anything back? Ah, well, it's not an easy thing recovering yourself. Or maybe you weren't behind any of those 3 doors. Yup. Yeah, that's gotta be it. That was your first time witnessing those tragedies. Yours is another door. So tell me, how did you feel looking behind those doors? Was it frightening, saddening, heart-wrenching? All 3? Well, let me tell you something. You were able to bear them because they weren't your tragedies. If the next door you open is yours, will you be able to bear it? Fuck. Don't ask me that, man. Will you be able to accept your own tragedy? It's one thing seeing others suffering, but your own. If you have to face emotions you wanted to keep buried, secrets you want to keep hidden away, and pain you wanted to forget, do you think you'll be able to accept them as your own? That is a very good question. If you can't, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't accuse you of running if you chose to reclaim your old self. I wouldn't accuse you of running. Not to reclaim your old self. Nothing wrong with erasing your memory of something if it was so bad you didn't want to face it in the first place. Let it be rewritten as someone else's story. That'll make it a whole lot easier on you. Cause you never know, the most unfortunate tale of all may well be your own. Dude, what the fuck is this foreshadowing right now? Or perhaps that goes for everything about you. You won't know till you see it. Well, that's true enough. But once you do, there might not be any turning back. Or do you mean to reclaim your old self no matter the cost? If you do, if you're sincerely prepared to do that, then be wary of the tale that comes next. Any tragedy that seems too beautiful to be real is precisely that, a fabrication. Wow. Wow. If it turns out you're someone from behind the next door, then perhaps you're my... Huh? Perhaps you're my what? You're from the next door? Who the fuck are you? What is this place? Yeah, we're already not playing. Huh? If you are from the next door, then you're my... You might be my... You're what? What is this place? Oof, talk about some hard-hitting questions. I'm probably not the one who will be able to answer that for you. I don't have a very deep connection with this bench, you see. I swear it, I got nothing to gain from lying, do I? It's my regrets that have turned me into this. I wasn't summoned here by no one. That said, there is one thing I can tell you. This place summons people. People who have ties to something that happened long, long ago. About the witch's time? No one knows anything ever happened. I didn't know either, till she told me. Though I haven't the foggiest how much of it's true or not. Are you here because you were summoned by her, by the witch? Or did you come here for your own will to find someone? Come here of your own will, my god. If you came here of your own volition and you weren't summoned by her, then mayhaps you'll be the one who can break the curse. The curse of the witch. If I wasn't summoned here. Haven't talked that much in a long time, feels great. And now that I've got that out of my system, I should be able to get some good sleep. You're probably still wandering in the dark right now, but I really hope you find the outcome you want. And I mean that. You can either reclaim your old self or you can toss it aside. The choice is yours either way. Now, since it looks like your escort isn't showing up, what do you plan to do next? Huh, how about taking a look around the place since you've got a little free time? Could be you come across some things you wouldn't with her around. Alright, if you're gonna go exploring, I've got the perfect thing. Stick your hand into the canvas, would you? The painting was still wrapped in an impenetrable darkness, a perfect all-consuming void. The man had told you to put your hand into it. You? Ooh. Reach into the frame, refuse. Ooh. Save? Let me save that. Slot number 15, baby. I really want to reach into this frame. I trust this guy. I'll probably regret this though. You extend your hand for the painting. The moment your fingertips brush against the darkness, it swallowed your entire hand up to the wrist. No, not there! That tickles, a little to the right! As the man in the painting had instructed, you groped around the inside of the darkness. Before long, you felt something hard at your fingertips. Clenching the object, you withdraw your hand. Your arm was still intact. You spread your fingers, and there you found a key. Oh, a key. What the fuck? To what door is it? The tickles, hahaha. With that key, you can access the master bedroom. A while back, she tossed it into me. Oh, she? The witch? Damn litterbug. Litterbug. So yeah, it ain't mine. Don't worry about giving it back. However, I bet there's something worth seeing in there if she felt the need to toss that key. Alright, well, I'm gonna get some sleep. You take care. If you happen to learn my name, come pay me another visit. Who the fuck are you? Should the fancy strike you? Whoa. If you happen to know my name. Who the fuck is that guy? Having said that, the painting felt quiet. In your hand lay a small key. It seemed rather antiquated and vaguely familiar. Silence once again drew over the corridor. You stood there all alone, no sign of the maid. After considering it for a few moments, you decided to explore the mansion on your own. Oh. Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay, go to the entrance, the fireplace, then the rose garden, the cellar, the library, the master bedroom, call for the maid. What happens if I call for the maid? Let me save. God, we have so many choices now. Let me overwrite this, yes. Thank you. Am I recording? I am, thank God. Let's call for the maid. Hello? You tried calling for the maid. Oh. It was quiet. A sense of loneliness fell over you. Damn. I can call for her again? I think I can get an achievement if I call for her more, so let me try that. You tried calling for the maid. It was quiet. Sense of loneliness fell over you. Is anything changing? Is the music changing? I don't think so, right? You tried calling for the maid. It was quiet. A sense of loneliness fell over you. Dude, how many times am I supposed to call her? Hello? It was quiet. Yeah. Did the music just stop? What happens if I do it another one? Another time? Again? Tried calling for the maid. It was quiet. Okay. Okay, the music is back. Let's ignore that for now. Go to the entrance. Go to the fireplace then. Let's go to the entrance. Yeah. Whoa. You made your way to the mansion's entrance. There was no one around, nor any source of light. Groping through the darkness, you found the front door, which was sealed shut with a heavy bar. You pressed against the bar, but it remained firmly in place. The door did not budge either. It seemed you could not leave the mansion. Burn the witch. Crucify the impure. When you made to step away from the entrance, you heard a muffled voice. You looked around, but were unable to determine the source of their voice. Nor could you be sure whom you had heard earlier. Giving up on finding anything at the entrance, you decide to head somewhere else. Burn the witch. Let me check this out again. Burn the witch, crucify the impure. What is the pure and the impure? The impure, I think, were people that have regrets or some shit. Because we got the definition of what the impure really are. But I kind of forgot. God damn it, I should have written this down. Shit. Goes to the fireplace. Here we go. This is where we started. You made your way to the room with the fireplace. What remained of the fire crackled weakly, leaving the room in a veil of darkness. You remembered that you had awoken here. Out of sheer curiosity, you sat down in the rocking chair you had been asleep in. Creak, creak, creak. It was as soothing as a cradle to a baby, and in short order you found your consciousness drifting from your grasp. Are we asleep? What is going on? Reading a story by the fireplace like this almost makes it feel like we're in another world, doesn't it, Master? I bet that's why troubadours perform at pubs, so they can be near the fire. Huh. Oh, you're such a cynic. But that's okay, hee. Say, do you remember when I first arrived here? When I was cleaning the library? Oh. So this is about the very first master of this mansion, right? Okay. Reading books, reading stories. By the fire. Your eyes slowly slid open. Fragments of a pleasant dream lingered in the back of your mind. The crackling of a fire, the taste of warm wine. However, there was nothing pleasant about the fireplace sitting before you. No warm, crackling flames. In fact, the brisk air of the room overpowered the remnants of embers left there. A chill ran down your spine. Afraid you might freeze stiff if you stayed there much longer, you resumed your exploration of the mansion. Holy shit. Can I call the maid here? Hey, I just had a dream about you. Could you come in, please? You tried calling for the maid. It was quiet. God damn it. Okay, fine. Go to the den. The den? The den? Oh, the den. The scent of cigarette smoke lingered in the den. However, the room was silent. Not even an echo of the men's chattering remained. Whoa! Something was moving billiard balls. There was no one present to strike the balls. They rolled spontaneously around the table. The paths they traced across the surface were rough and erratic, contrasting that of when the former master had held the cue. The spheres collided awkwardly with one another, not a single one coming close to the pockets. As an experiment, you pulled the ball off the table. In response, the paths of the balls became even clumsier. Having lost one of their targets, they began bouncing aimlessly off the cushioned walls of the table. As you stared intently at the table, a man's voice rang out from somewhere in the room. Oh. Who are you? Spinning around, you saw a silhouette of a man. Who are you, dude? Did I see this hairdo before? Did Jacopo have this hairstyle? I don't think so. However, you could not make out what the man was saying. Oh. The man thrust his finger at the table. He appeared to want you to return the ball. You reluctantly placed the billiard ball back on the table. When you did, the balls resumed endlessly colliding with one another, never landing in any of the pockets. Dude, what the fuck? You looked up to find the shadow gone. Having determined that the mate was not going to appear in the den, you exited the room, making your way back into the corridor. So, I think it's interesting that this house is in a constant state of unrest and chaos, because there is truly no order to these billiard balls, for example. They don't even fall into the pockets. They are just constantly moving and colliding with each other. And I think that shows, like, the unrest and chaos of this place. The constant, like, movement of this house. No rest for the wicked, guys. There's no rest. Oh my god. Well, let's go outside to the rose garden, or what remained of it. You know? Oh, it still looks beautiful. What? What? Look, your head is covered in roses. Blank. Oh, blank, you got petals on the book. This isn't mine. I can't afford to... Okay, right, this is about Nelly and Smell. Though you could hear the sound of children laughing, you could not see them. Regardless, their cheerful voices warmed your heart. You decided to linger there in the garden for some time. Along with the children's laughs wafted a sweet fragrance. The wind blew, whisking flower petals up into the air. It was an enchanting sight. Yeah, but now it looks like this. But after a while, the roses began to wilt. You could no longer hear the children's voices either. Oh. Oh. A young man stood alone in the withered rose garden. As you drew nearer, you called out to the youth. But the young man did not appear to notice you. He merely stood there, staring vacantly across the garden. The youth muttered something in a lifeless voice. This isn't what I wanted. I just wanted a normal, peaceful life. I can't bear being alone. I can't take this. Someone get me out of here. Oh my god, is this Mel? Oh god, tell me that I'm not the bad one here. Oh my god, they are all trapped in this fucking house because they have regrets. You tried to call out to the young man several times, but he did not seem to hear you. He simply continued muttering to himself. Wow. Before long, the youth's shadow faded into nothing. Unable to bear the chilly air any longer, you stepped back into the mansion. Holy shit, man. All of these souls are just stuck here. In constant perpetuity, never to be let go. What the fuck? Okay, let's go to the cellar then. Holy shit. Oh my god, the cellar. When you descended into the cellar, you heard beast-like snarling. Along with it came a sour odor of the sound of rippling flesh. You could not see the beast, but that did not make it any less unpleasant. You made to retreat from the cellar. Oh my god. I'm calm? But before you could, a shadowy creature lunged at you. You reflexively squeezed your eyes shut. Oh my god, dude. That actually scared me. Oh, it is him! After several moments, you open your eyes again to find a silhouette of a man standing in place of the beast. You and the shadow stared at one another for some time. You asked the shadow a question and the shadow responded. Oh my god. What the fuck? However, you had no idea what it said. The shadow seemed to be trying to communicate something to you, but trying to make sense of something you could not understand was pointless. Having no reason to remain in the cellar any longer, you made your way back upstairs. I'm sorry, but I can't speak Japanese, my guy. Let's call for the maid again. Maybe I'm supposed to call in different rooms. You tried calling for the maid. It was quiet. God damn it. Okay, let's go to the library then. Master bedroom. I'm so scared of the master bedroom, guys. I'm so scared. Library. We've been here before. The smell of dusty books filled the air of the library. You approached the shelf to examine one of the books. And suddenly an avalanche of them came falling to the floor. You stared blankly at the mountain of books. They had fallen down on their own, but they showed no sign of putting themselves away. Since no one else was here to do it, you began placing the books back on the shelf. 1, 2, 3, a dozen. And as soon as you had gotten them all back up, they came crashing back down again. God damn it. You wished very much to implore the maid's assistance, but she did not appear to be in the area. Pretending you had not seen anything, you made your way back into the hallway. Nothing is in order. It's always in constant chaos, man. Nothing is ever sorted out in this house. You tried calling for the maid. It was quiet. God damn it. Okay, stained glass window. Hello? There we go. The angel. Yeah. You approached this stained glass window. An array of pews was arranged facing the stained glass. There seemed to be an air of tranquility about the room. You sat down on one of the pews and stared quietly forward for some time. For a moment you felt like you were on the verge of recalling something, but ultimately the memory never managed to surface. The maid did not appear to be there. Where could she have gone? You decided to resume exploring the mansion. Let me try calling her again. For the last time, and then we go to the master bedroom. Oh my god. Tried calling for the maid. It was quiet. God damn it. The maid does not like us, guys. Master bedroom, here we go. Here we go. I have the key. You insert the key you had been given into the door's keyhole. And with a twist, the door opens. Here we go. The master bedroom. The master bedroom was shrouded in darkness, much like every other room in the mansion. It had evidently been left unused for some time. The air in the room was stale and forlorn. Is there someone in this bed? I don't think so. Master. A voice seemed to ring out from somewhere. Come on, get up. Oh? Up with you. Master! Who is this? Whoa. Who are you? See, what did I tell you? It's so much nicer in here with a little light. Without warning, your whole world took on bright, vivid colors. Light streamed through the window, illuminating a well-lit bedroom. A woman's silhouette stood before you. Wait a sec. Don't you hide under the bedspread? Get out of there. Oh, but master, you agreed that I could open the window. Don't worry, I've put curtains up. If it gets too bright, you can draw them. Mornings take the best parts of being outside and squeeze them all into the same few hours. You don't have to go outside in the sunlight for it either. Just listen to all the wonderful sounds. The joyous songs of the birds, the swaying of the trees, the rustling of leaves. You tried to call to the silhouette, but it did not respond. Reaching out for her, your hand simply passed through her body. It did not seem to be you that she was speaking to. Perhaps you were looking at a scene from some other time period. Am I being as pushy as I feel right now? Hee. I completely misjudged you. You're the exact opposite of what I thought you were. Let's see. I thought you were cold and cruel, heartless and incomprehensible. But I'm beginning to get a bad idea. You try to put on airs, but you're really rather childish. Is this short-haired woman the maid right now? That is trying to wake up her master? You have a short temper, but you can be surprisingly playful. Huh, what else? You have a pretty difficult personality too. Now, hear me out here. That's not everything. He gave me a chance to talk and you listened intently. You can be kind of nice too. We agreed that we would live together, not just in the same house, so we've got plenty of time to add more onto the list. Huh. And I hope you can make your own list about me too. This is just the beginning after all. We've got a long, long time ahead of us. Plenty enough to get to know each other, no? Let's not waste any time then. What do you say we do something today that we haven't been able to before? Huh, where should we begin? I I know, we can get this place cleaned up. Now that there's some actual light in here, we can, dude, we can see also some things we'd probably rather not. What if? So, what if the maid and the first, I think this is the first master of this house, right? Because the maid doesn't know that, she will probably stay in here for eternity, right? So, the maid and the first master might have actually been lovers, right? It gives a romantic undertone, doesn't it? Huh. I see ya. Now that there's some actual light in here, we can see all sorts of things we'd probably rather not. Like dust. All over the place. Hee. Is this the maid? Was that the maid? Huh. What? When the woman's shadow faded away, the master bedroom transformed back into its old, dreary state. Master, can you say my name? You were unsure how to describe the urge welling up within your breast. You could not say her name. Should I have known her name by now? Did I fuck this up somehow? You stood unmoving in the master bedroom for some time, but did not appear anything else was going to happen. So you decided to head somewhere else. Where to though? The stained glass window? Let's call for the maid. Maid, please. Please? Tried calling for the maid. It was quiet. Okay, nothing Oh, 10? 10? Okay, dude. Go to the stained glass window. Let's go there. Here we go. You returned to the room with the stained glass window. You had searched throughout the mansion, but had no luck finding the maid. Why is she gone? You felt somewhat tired, though you were not quite sure whether it was physical exhaustion or otherwise. You had little interest in doing any more moving about. Taking a seat in one of the pews, you gazed up at the stained glass. Staring solemnly down back at you was the archangel set to weigh the souls of the deceased. Perhaps he was trying to weigh your soul. Are we in the land of the dead, dude? Call for the maid. Okay, before we do that, I have to like clean myself up. What the fuck? My nose is runny. Why? There we go, guys. I'm back. I cleaned myself up a little bit. Holy shit, I don't know what the fuck that was. Why is my nose running all of a sudden? Do I have allergies? Surely not. Anyway, we have more important shit to do than my allergies, okay? It's call for the maid. Will she actually appear? Master. Oh! She's here! There you are, Master. You gave me quite the scare. After returning from the third door, you disappeared without a word. Oh my, it was I who disappeared? That is quite strange. I did not go anywhere as far as I am aware. Nevertheless, I'm glad to have found you. So she did not disappear in her view, but we did. Is the mansion plotting something right now? I would have been at a complete loss of what to do if I had been separated from you yet again. I did indeed say that when you first arrived. I would have been at a complete loss of what to do if I had been separated from you yet again. Again, by the way. I have been waiting for your return for a very long time. For centuries, as a matter of fact. That would make me a ghost then, you say? Hee, I am very much not a ghost. Would I be able to hold your hand if I were? Maybe I'm a ghost too, man. Saying this, the maid took your hand. It was cold enough to send a shudder down your spine and completely devoid of life. Though as chilling as it may have been, you still took comfort in the feeling of a hand in yours. The maid looked down at you with gentle eyes. After a few moments of silence, she sat down beside you. The stained glass is quite beautiful, is it not? Every time I see it, it brings the tranquility to my heart. A dreadful, deep-rooted curse afflicts this mansion. However, this room is the one exception. Can you feel the purity that hangs in the air, Master? Yes, what is it, Master? You are correct. The stained glass window had been shattered and was not present in the time period of the previous tale. Yes, I know. I've also noticed that, but like, I thought to myself that we might be in the future and that it just got repaired. But at the same time, it looks exactly Like the same, the stained glass looks exactly the same as in the time of the beast, you know, as during the time that the beast was master at this mansion. So maybe we are actually in the past, and the doors that we went through are all doors of the future. Even the door with the story of the flaxen-haired family, maybe that was also a tale of the future, and we, as the master, are even further back from the past. Because this mansion can travel through time. It doesn't really matter. How far in the past are we here? Like, hello? My god. I wonder. Perhaps it is because the mansion we are in presently resides in a realm separate from the real world. We are in a world constructed from myriad memories and histories. I am sure that when you gain your old self, Master, the mansion too shall be restored to its original state. So do try and remember, alright? Who am I? Oh yes. Where did you go in my absence, Master? The master bedroom. I see. So you explored the mansion then? And did you find anything noteworthy? Memories? I'm not quite sure what you mean. How peculiar. As a servant of this house, I pride myself in being aware of most everything present within these walls. I wonder whose memories they could be. All of the people that we saw, plus even more. The key to the master bedroom? Why did I throw away the key? Oh, she threw it away. I beg your pardon? You say a painting told you. You could see perplexity on the maid's face. You had never seen her make such an expression before. Oh, I know nothing of any key. I think with her, they meant the witch. The witch threw away the key. But why? Huh. Oh, master, you should not tell jokes meant to cause others discomfort, hee. But a talking painting, you say? You seem to have a rather vivid imagination. Maybe you can tell the next tale, master? Hee, I'm only teasing. It was real, though! Now, there was a nice break, but we should get moving. The tale I am about to show you is the last of the mansion's memories. The last one. Okay? I am certain you will remember yourself after seeing it. To our feet. The final door is not far. And please do not let go of my hand. What the fuck is the last door gonna be, man? What the fuck is the last door gonna be? Holding your hand, the maid led you off to the far end of the room. Oh my god. What the fuck is that door? Crossing beneath the stained glass window, a metal door came into view. Our destination lies at the top of these stairs. There we will find one last door. She pushed open the metal door, revealing a long spiral staircase. That's a creepy-ass door. A spiral staircase. Oh my god. Here we go. Up we go. What the fuck, man? The hell? What the fuck? What kind of tale will I be told next, huh? It will be a bit of a walk, so let us be on our way. And please do watch your step. This is called an observation tower. Normally towers such as this were built in castles or churches, so it is rather strange for there to be one in a mansion. The last door I wish to show you, master, resides at the top of this tower. Rectangular windows were carved out of the stone in several locations along the way up the spiral staircase. You attempted to peer out of the windows, but all you could see was a thick layer of fog. Perhaps the maid's suggestion that the mansion did not presently reside in reality was in fact correct. With each step upward, you found yourself gripped by an indescribable sense of anxiety. The feeling somewhat resembled irritation or annoyance. Why are those the emotions that our protagonist is feeling? Irritation or annoyance. Sensing this, the maid tightly gripped your hand. There's nothing to worry about, you will be fine. Will I be? It is all in the past, no matter what may happen, so long as you do not let go of my hand. You have nothing to fear. Oh my god. You and the maid continued climbing the stairs, up and up, around and around, marching ever near the supposed final door. Okay. High up into the tower, as the light from below drew distant, a rotten wood door came into view. A rotten wood door. That does not look like a wood door, but sure. Patches of what appeared to be blood stained the surface. What? And holes had been bored into it with sharp objects of some sort. What the fuck? Okay, interesting. You heard a scream from far below, where no one should have been. Kill the witch. Kill the witch. Burn her. You were struck with fear. The next moment, the mage opened the door, and then... Oh my god, is it about the witch's story? You slowly descended into darkness. What the fuck is going to happen? The fourth door. Which year are we in? Okay, we're quite in the past. What the fuck? 1099. What? Set on a pot set. What? Okay, wait. We might actually be witnessing the story of the witch right now. Set on a pot, set it on. And also pour water into it. Gather the pieces thereof into it. Even every good piece, the thigh and the shoulder. What is this about? Fill it with the choice bones. Take the choice of the flock and burn also the bones under it. And make it boil well, and let them sieve the bones of it therein. Thus saith the Lord, woe to the bloody city, to the part whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece, let no lot fall upon it. Oh, the white-haired girl is back! Okay, wait a sec. Erase everything. What? You can try to remember the past, but it's an absolute utter waste of time. Erase everything, all your sorrows, wipe them away for a fistful of happiness. Allow me to show you that you have no need of the past. Why is this here? That was not shown to me. Why is it only in the backlog? Hello? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let no lot fall upon it. Okay, we're instantly from the white-haired girl's perspective, by the way, which is very interesting. Where is she? Where'd she go? She came down this way, I'm sure of it. Find her. Find her. And burn her. Burn the witch. Oh my god, burn the witch. Burn her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Then will I leave thee upon the land. I will cast thee forth upon the open field. And will cause all the fowls of the heaven to remain upon thee. And I will fill the beasts of the whole earth with thee. And I will lay the flesh upon the mountains, and fill the valleys with thy height. I will also water with thy blood the lands wherein thou swimmest, even to the mountains. And the rivers shall be full of thee. And when I shall put thee out, I will cover the heaven, and make the stars thereof dark. I will cover the sun with a cloud, and the moon shall not give her light. All the bright lights of heaven will I make dark over thee, and set darkness upon thy lands. Is this the curse? Is the white-haired girl cursed? And what is recited to us right now is the actual curse? Oh my god. The music, dude. I seem to have lost them. Now where am I? Where should I go from here? What am I to do? Darkness spread as far as the eye can see. Not a ray of light shines upon me. Upon me! All that strokes my cheek are tendrils of darkness. Every passing day, every fading hour, my world is engulfed in ebony. There exists no kindness in the shadow, only solitude. I've lost track of how long I've been on the run, wandering aimlessly lost until I arrived at this dark forest. I no longer have anywhere to go. O Father who art in heaven, I kneel to thee within my heart and ask for thee thy blessing. And ask of thee thy blessing, O Father who art in heaven. I ask of thee to shine thy light upon me and show me the way. Please have mercy upon my soul. O Father who art in heaven, I do love thee dearly. Hallowed be thy name. Please show me the way. I may be shunned and persecuted, and I may have no place to go, but nevertheless I am unable to give up on life, to cast aside my hope, to cast aside her faith. She's still clinging onto it. Oh my god. Oh my god. O Father who art in heaven, please guide me unto salvation. O Father who art in heaven, please guide me. I can no longer remember when my life became naught but running, when it became endless wandering in the dark. And now, when I've reached a point where I've long since forgotten my hunger and thirst, my voice has become hoarse, my vision gone blurry, and my consciousness begun sinking into a hazy morass. Morass? I don't know how to pronounce that. That mansion appears before me, wrapped in the morning fog that seems to foretell rain. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. You want the salvation? And you were cast because you found this mansion. Oh my god. Oh my god, God. God has forsaken you. God has forsaken you, God. Oh my. The mansion comes into view like the world fading in after a dream. It doesn't appear as though anyone lives here. Is there anything new in the backlog? What? What? Dear guys, what is happening in the backlog, by the way? What the fuck? O Father who art in heaven, I to thee my heart and ask for thee thy. I ask of thee to upon me and the way, please have my who in. I do thee dearly be thy, please me the. Oh my god. Why is her... Oh. Why is everything the white-haired girl says halfway censored in the backlog? What? Oh my god. The mansion comes into view like the world fading in after a dream. It doesn't appear as though anyone lives here. All the windows are either boarded up or shuttered, as if it's long since been abandoned. A tower which seems out of place in a personal residence stands tall beside the mansion. The whole building seems as though it could disappear with the fog. It has an unwelcoming presence, freezing me in my tracks. However, if this is where you have led me, then I shall follow your guidance. God is not showing you the way, it is fucking Satan! I swear to God, girl, don't go there. Having nowhere else to go, this mansion is my only salvation. It's not going to save you! The light that guides my way. And so I must have faith that no matter what I find, whether spirits or wild beasts dwell within these walls, this is where I will find peace. You won't, though! Is anyone there? I guess it is abandoned. That makes sense. It would be more unusual for someone to be living in a house so deep in the woods, so far from civilization like it's been forgotten to time. I can't imagine anyone spending their days here. I place my hand on the front door. What if I can't get in? I very much doubt I'll find anywhere else to stay wandering around through the woods. Yeah. If the door doesn't open, then I'll die out here in the forest. I've come to accept much, but I'm not ready to forfeit my life yet. Please open. The door is heavy, and though it seems to protest my attempts to enter, it still opens much easier than I was expecting. I was worried over nothing. Is she the master now? She asked for the door to be opened, and then she went in, as if the mansion was granting her wish. Is she the master now? Looking in, I get the strangest impression light is being swallowed up into the mansion's depths. Don't go in there! Rather than going inside, it feels as though I'm about to step outside the boundaries of this world. You are. When I close the door, it's so dark I can't even tell where I'm walking. I wonder if the window's open. Though I managed to fumble my way over a window, it's tightly shuttered, and the shutters are caked with rust. I'm probably not getting it open without a fight. If only I had some source of light. I can't even see my hand waving in front of my face. It feels like the floor will fall out from under me and I'll sink into eternal darkness if I don't watch my step. Fighting back the fear, I slowly walk forward, tracing the wall with my hand. There's a door at the end of a long corridor. I pull it open and a wisp of bone-chilling air brushes past me. It's too dark to see anything, but I can feel something different, present, in this area than the rest of the house. Uneasiness grips me. Is anybody there? My voice simply disappears into the void. No response. As I'm pushing forward through the freezing air, for a split second, I spot a shimmer of light. Squinting my eyes, I'm able to make out a large window. Unlike the others, it's not shuttered, but covered by drapes. My chances are slim, I imagine, but if there's even a slight possibility of getting some light in here, it's worth a shot. The only place that the curse of this mansion is not affecting So I pull open the drapes. The angel. The next moment, faint but colorful light shines down on me. It's a stained glass window. From beyond the glass, I can hear the subtle pitter-patter of rain. I guess it finally started. The different colors of light blend into a milky white, dim but wondrous. It's gorgeous. Why would someone cover this up? It's beautiful. With a little more light, it'll be... Oh shit. Please do not touch the drapes. Is it the guy, Mikhail, whatever the fuck his name was? What the fuck was your name? Did I write this down? Mikhail. Yeah, is that you? Or the windows. Suddenly I hear a voice, and then I can sense someone else in the room. The man's voice is emotionless, neither deep nor high. Before long, he comes into view, illuminated by dull orange candlelight. Here we go! Yeah, it is him! It is him! I'm sorry for coming in uninvited, but I did announce myself. Oh shit. The man stands there practically blending in with the darkness. Has he been here the whole time? He's staring straight at me. His gaze wavers slightly, but not enough for me to read anything in it. Is something changing in the backlog? Oh my god. Okay, so we can see him. Please do not. Okay, so both of them are censored. Not only the white-haired girl is kind of messed up in her speech, but Mikhail is too. Why? Why? Who the fuck is Giselle? Is Giselle the name of the white-haired guy? Mikhail. We already know his name. Oh my god. Dude. He's staring straight at me. His gaze wavers slightly, but not enough for me to read anything in it. The candle in his hand and the light from the stained glass window are the only illumination in the room, neither of which are particularly bright. As a result, his outline is faint and blurred. It gives off the impression that he might vanish entirely between blinks. My apologies. My apologies. It's his house. He said that before. It's his mansion. My apologies. I assume the house is abandoned. I suspect you would have preferred it to be abandoned. Not at all. Is this, do you live in this mansion? Yes, I have for a very long time. I thought I had barred the front door, but it was Seema left it open. What brings you here? If you're lost, I'm happy to give you directions. There's a village west of here. It should make you half a day on foot. If you are in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture. He said that to Giselle too. Who's Giselle? If you are in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture, yeah. Trade it for food at the village, then make your way to a larger town. Please allow me to stay here. Why would you dumbass? Could you repeat that? Why would you want to stay here? I cannot go to the village. No, I cannot go anywhere. I am no longer able to freely return to any town. I'm being hunted. You seem rather young to be a sinner. A sinner? So you have transgressed. Hello? I am neither a thief nor an adulterer. If I bear any sin, then it has been with me since birth. Oh. I will do everything I can to stay out of your way. I simply ask that you grant me shelter until it all blows over. If you wish to know of my transgression, I will tell you. Oh. So please do not throw me out. I see. And do you ask this of me, aware of how people refer to this mansion? Pardon? It is said that a witch once lived in this house. Oh, she's hunted as a witch. And not just any witch, a cursed witch. This house has been tainted by her seething hatred, and all who dwell within it meet their demise. Hatred of the witch. Hatred. Hatred. Curse. She's a cursed witch. Huh. All who dwell within it meet their demise, yeah, true. But you live here, don't you? Like her, I too am cursed. Huh? What kind of curse? Oh shit. The one thing I can tell you is that your life is in danger if you get involved with me. Should you approach my curse, I am likely to take your life. What? How are you cursed, dude? You'll kill me? Yes. So you do not belong here. To live with me in this mansion is to sentence yourself to death. Oh shit. No matter what path I choose, I very much doubt I have a future. And if that's the case, then I shall live how I want. I don't care what people say about you or this mansion. I wish to stay here. Then you shall return to this mansion for all eternity. You might think I'm rather strange, but my heart tells me that I must stay here, that I was guided here, and hearing what you have to say only reinforces that. What are you scheming? I'm not scheming anything. I'm simply tired of running, so if your curse is going to kill me, then perhaps that's for the best. At the very least, you won't be hunting me. You won't try to flay me or tear off my arms or rip the flesh from my bones. And that's enough for me. If you have committed no sin, then why do they hunt you so fervently? My god! This poor guy! What has she committed? I'm accused of being a witch. Yeah. That you are. I don't quite know why, but that you are. Maybe it's because of her appearance. Master, please wake up, return to me. Don't tell me that all of this is not even connected to this door right now. When? Have you come too, Master? Hee, I apologize for sending you through the door without warning. I must have given you quite the scare, but I beg your forgiveness. I heard a terrible screaming from down the stairs and I panicked. You say you saw the white-haired girl. I see, so you made it into the world beyond the door before me. I am deeply relieved that I was able to take your hand before losing sight of you. I presume you have already grown familiar with the atmosphere of this time period, Master. If you have seen her, as you said, then you should have a basic grasp of the situation. She was a very misfortunate girl in this era, accused of being a witch, abused and persecuted. As like in every era to some degree. Her life was in constant danger. It was, again, her appearance that brought this upon her. That snow white hair and those ruby red eyes clearly differentiated her from everyone else. Oh, and I apologize. I neglected to mention that this door is unique. As for what sets it apart, that will be made clear as we proceed. The one difference is in the time period. The tales I have shown you begin with that of the beautiful flaxen-haired family, followed by the tale of the bloodthirsty beast, and then the tale of steel and ambition, proceeding in chronological order. However, the door we have just entered takes us to the period now known as the Middle Ages, long, long before the other three tales. Yes, that is correct. This is where it all began. Okay. So this is technically, should have been, the first door. Who the fuck is the master of this mansion? It is Mikhail, right? But he's cursed, why? The mansion's cursed, the truth of the witch, and your identity. All of this should be made known. Oh, don't whisper in my ear, soundtrack. If after this tale you are still unable to reclaim your old self, then there's nothing more I can do. This door contains the last tale I'm able to tell you. So I ask of you, please do not let go of my hand until it is all over. Now then, let us begin a beautiful, tragic love story of two solitary souls trapped in a mansion of darkness. Yet again, the white-haired girl is the love interest of someone. Again. In that era, the mansion was a dungeon draped in darkness. Oh my god, what is this music track, by the way? After a great deal of time on the run, the white-haired girl found herself at a remote mansion that stood in a dark, overgrown forest. All the windows were either boarded or shuttered, and it was even darker inside the house than now. Not even a ray of moonlight could enter those walls. Only naturally, the white-haired girl had assumed that nobody lived there. But her guess was incorrect. Someone did indeed dwell in this house. Yeah, Mikhail. What the like? I'm so interested about his lore specifically. Like, what is he? Why is he here? What is his curse? I don't know. It was a young man named Mikhail. How young? Though she could not make out the details of his face in the candlelight, she thought him a very handsome man. I also think he is a very handsome man, but you know. However, he proclaimed to her that a witch resided. Oh god damn it, I skipped it accidentally. Oh my god. Game. Game, what are you doing, game? Okay, let me read this. Holy shit. My lifeblood was your sustenance, your prosperity. Upon my blood did you build your lives, a sin so great it shall never be forgiven. And by my blood were your lives extinguished. This is the power granted unto me by God. My blood shall become a curse, blotting out the stars. I am the witch Morgana. Now let us begin a tale. The beautiful finale to this world. So the witch's name is Morgana. Since like this curse escaped through her lifeblood, does that mean that everyone that she is related to is cursed like this? And maybe everyone with white hair is cursed like this, right? But what is this maid then? The maid has black hair. I don't understand. In this era, the mansion was a dungeon draped in darkness. You, having been trapped in perpetual darkness, found light in the same house where I withered away. That light was bestowed upon you by a certain woman, was it not? What? Leave everything to me, my dear. I promise I shall make this into a most beautiful tale. Yes, I am giving you special treatment. A rare act of kindness from me, of warmth. You do not wish her to know the truth, and I can make better use of her like this. So it is to both of our benefits to rewrite the women you loved. What is happening right now? Guys, my head is fucking exploding. Who is this women? Is it us? Are we the protagonists, the women, or is this about the white-haired girl? You who have been trapped in perpetual darkness might be us the protagonists because we can't remember shit. Found light in the same house where I withered away. Or maybe it's the white-haired girl because she saw salvation in this house. That light was bestowed upon you by a certain woman, was it not? Or is this about Mikhail? Leave everything to me, my dear. I promise I shall make this into a most beautiful tale. A rare act of kindness from me, of warmth. Oh my god. So this is Morgana probably talking to Mikhail, right? To him. Saying that she is granting him kindness. Special treatment. And the girl that is spoken of here is probably the white-haired girl. It is to both of our benefits to rewrite the women you loved. What do you mean by that, dude? Dude, like, whatever Morgana is saying, dude, in the backlog is scaring me as fuck. Oh my god. Everyone who got close to him lost their lives. I still haven't read what I actually wanted to read. He proclaimed to her that a witch resided within the mansion, and that he too was cursed. Everyone who had got close to him lost their lives. They are both cursed. Both of them bring misfortune. Will they cancel each other out? Probably not. There's no happy ending in this. Oh my god. Do you think that what he told her was all nonsense? A lie devised to chase her out of the house? The truth of the matter shall come to light in time. Great! Can't wait. Oh my god. Despite Mikhail's assertion, the white-haired girl decided she would take up residence within the mansion. The era's white-haired girl was younger than the others. She was still in her early teens, young enough to be seen as still a child. But she was neither as self-centered nor irresponsible as you might expect of someone her age. She was very delicate and reserved, and acted with a great deal of modesty and restraint. The accusations of her being a criminal and a sinner were grossly inappropriate. Nevertheless, she was still chased from her home, barely managing to flee to this mansion with her life. Also, where's the maid in all of this? Was the maid here already during that time? I don't know. Now, the white-haired girl thought it would be rude to simply take up space in the mansion, so she chased down the master, Mikhail, and asked, is there anything I can do to help? I will clean or cook or do anything, just let me know. Oh shit. Mikhail is not impressed. I want to repay you for allowing me to stay here. You need not feel indebted to me. The weight of that obligation will only turn into disdain. Damn, you will hate me. But I can't just stay here and do nothing. Do whatever you like. As long as you do not enter my room. Oof. That is all I ask of you. What is in that room? What is in that room? I'm just curious. He said emotionlessly, turning away and walking off. Mikhail was not, I believe, spurning her. He was merely disinterested. Okay. He did not treat her disrespectfully, nor did he seem averse to her presence. Words simply did not seem to affect him at all. Not only was the mansion a prison for his body was also a prison ensnaring his heart. Oh, the mansion was a prison for his body, yeah? Okay. Do you have anything to say to that, Morgana? No? Well, good for you. To rewrite the woman you loved. I should still do whatever I can. But she did not let that get her down. In fact, she might have even interpreted his disinterest as kindness. Though he was a bit standoffish, he did not attempt to cause her harm. He was nothing like the people who had accused her of being a witch and forced her to flee for her life. And she was deeply grateful for that. Guys, like literally, the fucking bar is in hell. The bar's in super hell. The bar at which this girl sees someone as a decent person is literally in hell. Holy shit. You don't even need to try to pass it. Thus began their quiet lives together. Mikkel, who avoided contact with others, and the white-haired girl, who had taken a great deal of abuse from others. Two people who knew hardly anything about one another, who were too distant to really be said to be living together. Mikkel spent most of his days in his chambers, so they only ever saw each other occasionally, and they hardly ever spoke. Though they stayed in the same house, they both still lived solitary lives. Nonetheless, the white-haired girl wanted to get to know Mikkel better. She wanted to know why he called himself cursed. Why he lived alone in this dark mansion. How many days, how many years he had spent here in solitude. And while she waited for the opportunity, she also started doing things around the house. Oh my god. This mansion is a prison for his body. What do you mean by that, Yun? What do you mean by that? The first project she set out to take care of was cleaning. As the windows were all firmly shut, her only source of light was candles. For whatever reason, there was a great deal of candles stored in the cellar. She wondered where on earth he had acquired so many, but she never found the opportunity to ask him. It was difficult to even see all the dust and cobwebs with only candlelight, and considering the poor airflow through the house, she was afraid her efforts were going to be in vain. Still, she persisted, sweeping and wiping things down one room at a time. Eventually, she made her way to the library. The dust that had settled there was much heavier than in any other room. With each breath, she had to fight back coughs. It was not a room one would normally be comfortable spending much time in, but the sight of so many bulky volumes lining the shelves sent her heart aflutter with delight. They're books. She likes reading stories. Can she even read? Incredible, real books. The white-haired girl had never seen a book before. She had heard people describe them, but that was the first time she had ever seen one for herself. Parchment was a very valuable commodity in that era. It was something monks or scholarly priests made use of, and not a material one could easily acquire without some degree of social rank. Books were not printed with machines, but copied by hand. A single volume took an incredible amount of work to create. Even the process of binding was an art. Standing before a shelf, she stared intently at the spines. There's so much dust. Does he not read any of them? Just a peek, just a tiny little peek, she said, making excuses to the empty room as she reached her hand toward one of the books. The tome that caught her eyes was on the upper shelf. It bore gorgeous jade embossing and looked like it belonged in a treasure chest. Almost. Though she tended to act older than her age, the white-haired girl was still in her early teens and not especially tall. Even standing tiptoe, it was just barely within reach. At long last, her slender finger made contact with the spine, and she began to pull the book towards her. Ah! The library had sat abandoned for some time, causing the covers to stick together. So when she attempted to pull one out, several others tilted within. And then, almost all the books on the shelf came avalanching down onto her. Just like with the current protagonist of this game, the Master, who also tried, but then all of the books fell down. Unfortunate. And ow! The white-haired girl groaned, buried under a mountain of parchment. She hoped she had not damaged any of her host's valuable collection, for the mess was enough of a setback already in her attempt to express her gratitude. Looking around, she saw one volume that was almost torn in half. She did not know whether it was in that condition before or if it had happened in the fall. but nonetheless she felt horribly guilty. Sitting there, unable to get back to her feet, tears began welling in her eyes. Then suddenly a shadow fell over the dejected girl. It took a book in its hand and returned it to the shelf. For a brief moment, the shadow's hand reached hesitantly toward the white-haired girl, then changed course towards another book. Oh, he's a shadow? Ah, it was Mikhail. There was a hint of perplexity on his otherwise emotionless eyes. Perhaps he had heard the noise and come to see what had caused it. I'm so sorry, your books, What were you doing? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to make a mess. I didn't mean to damage such precious books. There's no need to panic. I'm sorry. You make it sound as though I'm admonishing you. What? Did you want to read a book? I do, but that's not what I originally came here to clean. Clean? Yes, I felt guilty simply being idle. He's like, what the fuck is cleaning? I haven't seen a cleaning product in like 5,000 years. I don't know how old Mikhail is actually. My god. I did say you could do as you pleased, but you have no responsibility to clean anything. I just ended up making a bigger mess anyway. I'm sorry. You needn't apologize. Okay. That is so awkward, man. If you want to read, help yourself to any of the books. But I don't know how to read. I just thought the cover was pretty, so I wanted to hold it. You're free to use them however you wish. Mikhail, what is your life? What is your personality here? I need to know why you like this. Literally why you like this. If looking at them is enough for you, by all means. These are all your books, aren't they? They are. That's incredible. You have so many, eh? It must have taken you a long time to acquire them all. One per month. What? My family sends me one every month. Family? Family. Every month? The white-haired girl turned her gaze back toward the shelves, squinting her eyes and beginning to count. When she finished, she was in awe. There were in excess of 100 books on the shelves, which meant he had lived here in solitude for many years. Hundreds of books, right? Is what was said. There were an excess of 100 books. Okay. Hey, so Morgana, you feel like commenting on this right now? No? Did she comment on any of this and I missed it? Surely not, right? Okay. She didn't. I didn't miss any of her comments. Good. She was at a loss for words. Their dull tomes, dreadfully inoffensive and not even interesting enough to waste a few hours with. So, since every month they sent him a book, there are 12 months in a year. So those are about 10 years that he's here. He's been in this house for 10 fucking years, bro. Living in the darkness, man. Oh my god. Decoration's all they're good for. I see. If you can put them to some use, then perhaps my having them won't be entirely meaningless anymore. I am going to return to my room. Don't feel obligated to clean up. Just a minute. Was there something else? Could you tell me your name? Oh. I just realized I never asked for your name. Not knowing what to call you will make conversation awkward. You don't need my name to. I want to, though. Mikhail. Mikhail, like the Archangel. The name suits you quite well. It suits me. It does, although it's difficult to see you in the dark. You seem to be a very handsome man, befitting of your name. I beg to differ. Giving me his name is the highest form of mockery. What? Mockery? I expect the real Archangel is probably rather annoyed by it. I don't know. I think it's a wonderful name. And you are? No, never mind. Oh, my name? My name is Giselle! It is Giselle! It is Giselle! The thing that we saw in the mirror, it was Giselle! It is the white-haired girl! Oh my god, guys, I'm so smart. Guys, I'm so smart. Oh my god. The white-haired girl's name is Giselle. Names are so important in this game. Everyone wants to find their own identity and find their own name. The man in the painting, the maid, the white-haired girl. Names are so important here. Oh my god, Giselle. Please call me Giselle. Dude, Mikkel is just resting bitch face 24/7, bro. Oh, thank goodness. For what? That I was able to get your name and talk to you for a bit. We haven't seen much of each other since I first arrived, so I'm glad that I got to hear your voice. So very glad. You gain nothing by speaking to me. You have no responsibility to do so, and there's no need for you to feel joy about it. Why is he like this? I'm not pleased out of some sense of responsibility or necessity. It's just depressing not being able to have a conversation with someone living in the same house. You do not understand me at all. I hate speaking to people. I hate it. As I said on that first day, my curse will one day kill you. But I'm still alive, aren't I? Yet. You're welcome to believe I'm lying, or that I'm merely out of my mind. But it will be too late when you realize the truth. I will be fine, I'm sure. And even if I do die because of your curse, I promise I won't hold a grudge. Could you possibly be keeping away from me out of concern? No, I simply have no interest in interacting with anyone. Mikkel, what kind of curse is this? I would like to interact with you. If you don't mind, that is. He does mind. As I told you, you have nothing to gain from that. I have nothing to even... What? I have nothing, not even words to give you. My body is but a shell, even if I were not cast. Even if I were not cast, my body is but a shell. What do you mean by that? My presence would be not, but cause you discomfort. Would do not, but cause you discomfort. My presence. Huh. Okay. I don't think that's true. I don't believe that there's anyone in this world of absolutely nothing. There's plenty inside you, you simply haven't noticed it yet. And not all of it will only cause others pain either. If you truly believe these words, then you are a foolhardy girl. How can you trust someone you only just met? For that matter, how do you not resent everyone? Resent them? Yeah, they hunted her down. I can take a guess as to why people call you a witch, and why you have to flee all the way to this mansion. Your white hair and red eyes. That abnormal, seemingly inhuman appearance drew their condemnation. Yeah. And I can think of any number of reasons they might have started treating you less than human. Perhaps people around you experienced misfortune, or perhaps there was a natural disaster, a famine, a plague. Some kind of external phenomenon. And you were their scapegoat. Yeah, I think, yeah, very plausible. Yes, you are by and large correct. Then that would make me as unworthy of your trust as anyone else. I make no claim to having your interests in mind. Goodbye. What a conversation artist, guys. If you don't mind, could you teach me how to read sometime? Did you listen to anything I said? This face, dude! Oh my god. I listened, yes. I have no intention of idolizing you. I don't expect you to do anything for me, and I don't wish to burden you in any way. I simply wish to be allowed to be at your side. It does not matter to me what kind of person you may be. Yes, she wants company, she's lonely. That is all I want. I apologize for keeping you. Please consider it if it's not too much trouble. As the master of the house, Mikkel made his way out of the library. He appeared to be slightly rattled. Perhaps the white-haired girl's determination had ignited something in his chained heart. Or perhaps it was something else. She stared toward the darkness into which Mikkel had disappeared. Then she carefully wrapped her arms around the jade-embossed tome. A soft smile spread across her lips. He's a decent man, I'm sure of it. We are alike, he and I. And thus began to blossom within her a faint sense of fellowship, as someone who also knew solitude. Oh my god. It reminds me of the story of the beast, right? Where she saw humanity in the beast. Oh boy. I don't know if this singing voice is supposed to give me hope or depression. I can't quite point it down. Oh my god. It had been around a week since the white-haired girl had taken up residence in the mansion. Okay. I think we might as well leave this episode here, right? I know this episode is like on the shorter side compared to other episodes of the series, but I feel like since the last episode was like an hour and 50 minutes long, having one episode that is an hour and 20 minutes I think is very acceptable. I'm very curious. Do we have any more backlog stuff? We are like, I'm sure of it. No, there are no new comments here. So I'm very interested in Mikkel. This story, yet again, as I've said, reminds me very much of The Girl and the Beast, right? Where the girl saw humanity in the Beast, despite the Beast not seeing any in himself. And the girl also wants companionship from someone who has lived in quiet, like in the dark, by himself, since like 10 years and more, you know? So, I don't know, Mikkel, I feel like will change with the white-haired girl present, and his change will go into the direction of having emotions again, right? His body was said to be a chain for his heart, a cage for his heart. So maybe he will transform, maybe he will look different actually. If his body is chaining his heart though, maybe his body will change in the coming episodes. The more he changes himself, like the more his emotions show. That would be actually quite interesting if his body changes according to the emotions he's experiencing. But in what sense, I don't know, because I can't even say if Mikkel is even human. You know, it's really hard to tell. Apparently he is cursed, but how does Mikkel know that he's cursed? Guys, this is apparently where it all started. So this is the first time the white-haired girl went inside of this mansion. This is the first time that Giselle has tied herself into this house. And I feel like we will also get some lore on the witch and Morgana and ourselves as the protagonist. I'm so invested. I can't wait for the next episode, guys. Well, you guys have to wait longer, unfortunately, which is a week. Very sorry about that. But I see you guys on the next Saturday with more lore, and I hope more lore. More lore is honestly all I want. More lore on the white-haired girl Mikkel, Morgana, as well as us, the protagonist. Will we ever find out our name? Will we ever find out the name of the man in the painting? I don't know. We'll see, guys. Anyway, I'll stop yapping and I'll stop my episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Goodbye.